Hi everyone and welcome to a video that was meant to be last week. Yeah, so we got back from Berlin and FunFest last Monday, quite late. Well, flight was delayed home, only by like an hour, but thingy. And then by midday Tuesday, I was ill, and I've been ill for like the rest of the week. It wasn't until I've still got a little bit now, but it wasn't until like Saturday, Sunday where I was feeling better, and even then I could not really talk and do much. So yeah, it kind of messed up all the videos I was going to do. So they are coming just this week. So I thought I'd just start today with a nice little, basically what I got from FanFest, a little goodies showcase, and just my time at FanFest and Berlin in general. We didn't explore too much, but we did a bunch of stuff on the Friday, and then we looked around a little bit and killed some time on the Monday before our flights. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into the goodies, and then I'll talk a little bit and maybe show some pictures and all that kind of stuff of FanFest. Because I know not everyone could go. It was very busy, it was huge, and I have my thoughts about a few things, but yeah, anyway, let's not ramble, let's show the goodies. We'll start first with the little goodie bag, I think. So inside you got a nice little sticker book, which I have opened. I just dumped all my stickers in here. I haven't actually stuck anything in yet. So there was a little task that you could do in FanFest. Well, this is this one, little sticker book, and then it's just full of like, it's got loads of like, it's got a bunch of stickers in, and then it's just full of pages to actually put the stickers in that you got, which are, and then any stickers you got from friends and stuff. I know loads of people got quite a lot, yeah, so there was like a little task to do while you were looking around and going into certain things. Which sadly I got rid of the app this morning. Otherwise I'd go through it. But it's like just stuff while you were in there. Like there's a cat hidden around, like walking around Solution 9. What colour is its collar? And there was like a little cat minion somewhere in the Solution 9 section of the venue, and you had to find it and say what colour it got. And if you got all 8 of them, you got the Graha sticker extra, which was quite cool. It was quite fun to do that on the way around. But yeah, we got this little goodie bag. Not this. This is from the FanFest beforehand. A nice little goodie bag. I quite like this. I used my other one actually most of the time, so my friends could find me. Which we got some little pins. These are quite cool, quite nice. I've not opened any of this yet, but there's a Loperit, a Delivery Moogle. I forget his name, and the Corn Servant. It's Alpha. There you go. So an Alpha and a Corn Servant, which is pretty cool. We've got a nice little cap as well. I've not actually worn this, but it's really good actually. The material is really nice, and the Meteor is stuck on quite well also. So yeah, quite cool. It's decent. Fits well. I don't know how much I'll wear it, but it is cool for sure. Put that on there. What else have we got? Oh, then we got obviously the bag itself, which is actually quite roomy. That's the band, which I've got an idea of something I always like saving these. I've got my one from London somewhere in my room. Then some keyrings. So this keyring was, you can see because of the way it was made that this was not something they provided. This was made by yours truly. It was one of the crafting. Is it focus, please? There you go. Yeah, so it's a little Moogle. So essentially, it was one of the crafting things. They were paid crafting things, which is fine by me. I think it was, what was it? I can't remember. I think I paid like 8-9 euros for both of us. So you could take an extra person with you if you got chose for the crafting thing. And yeah, there was like step by step, which I will cover the crafting just a little bit afterwards. But yeah, that was the keyring we made. There was a Moogle, an Aetherite. I can't remember what the other one was. There was a third one. It might come to me, it might not. Yeah, that was cool. That was good. And then there was someone in the Square office came up with a very good idea, and whoever they are, I would imagine they're on paid vacation at the moment, but there were gachapon machines. They were, it's €5 ago, and yeah, even our group, they made probably quite a little bit of them, but essentially you could get little key rings of them. Please focus, there you go, so we've got Raha and Ishtola. Did I get another? Yeah, there was a Kryl one. So there was loads of different ones. There was key rings. I got the one I wanted, which was the Alize and Alphanel one. The two I wanted were the Ishtola and the Alize ones, really, and Alphanel. Another little keyring. Sadly, I got a healer one, so apparently I'm a healer main. I've been universally a DPS my entire life, but yeah. And then I had another pin of a little fat cat. So that's cool. Those are my 5 goes. I got 5 of the gachapon things. But yeah, someone made a very good idea because there was just 4, and there's a lot of trading going on, so it was actually quite nice. Didn't find anyone that wanted to swap my healer for their DPS one, sadly. But it is what it is. I like playing healer. They're fun for now, at least. And then yeah, so the bag actually quite a spacious little backpack. To be fair, it's like a little side thing. Decent. It was good. I quite like that. So that's some of the stuff I got. Merchandise-wise, I was lucky enough to actually get into the queue. It wasn't the second day, so most things had sold out. Even by the time I got there, I think I got my slot at 12, I think my slot was at. And even then, the board that they had was out of date already. I did originally want some of the glow sticks and a resonator and stuff like that. And they had little, once again, I'm a sucker for gacha, what can I say? You could buy the full bunch, or you could get like one, like it was like a random gacha box of one little minifigures, and there was a bunch of little minifigures, but there was one specifically I was after, or 2 I should say, and sadly they'd sold out. I kind of wish they'd done pre-orders and stuff for them. Maybe they'd have them on the Square site and I just haven't seen them, but I didn't think I'd seen them, so it was kind of sad. But I managed to get this lovely Arcadian t-shirt. I'm going to zoom backwards and try not to roll into it. I did try to record this before, however a delivery I was waiting on decided to appear, so I had to stop and then try again. Oh, it's gone. We've gone. There we go. Oh, focus. There we go. But yeah, this t-shirt, I love this. This is right up my street. It's everything I love and more. So yeah, I got that one, decided to get that, and because it was stuck between one or two, I got a nice little Alize plushie. She's cool. It was either this or the Corn Servant plushie, but I went for Alize in the end. She's cool. She was pretty decent, I think. Well, Alize. There we go. So yeah, that was everything I got from there in terms of goodies and stuff. So I think we can sit back. I'm going to take a little sip of my drink and then jump back and we can talk about actual FanFest itself. So FanFest in itself, amazing. The amount of like room there was to like move around, there was a lot of people, like a lot of people. Seating, there was a lot for the keynote and stuff, there was a lot of seating, but that being said, so we got there, we were all talking like our little group, I think there was maybe 7, 8 of us, and we arrived at, I think it had gone 7 o'clock maybe, and it was filling up, like the entire middle front row had already gone, like we got a side view. I'll try and put a picture in of roughly where we were, and it was good to see. We had the big screen in front of us, and like it didn't matter where you were, there was always a huge screen that you could look at. So it wasn't like, well, it wasn't bad at all. We got a decent seat anyway. But I forgot when we arrived there, and it was still 3 hours until like the keynote started, and then the keynote was a further 2.5 hours. So we sat there for Christ gone. Yeah, easily gone 5 hours before the keynote had ended. So we were very much ready for walking up around and stuff by the end of the keynote. The keynote in itself was amazing. Getting into the venue, so good. The amount of people that they had for like checking bags and safety and all that kind of stuff was, well, I mean, it's what you'd expect, and it was really, really nice. The venue itself was really cool. Food and stuff was crazy. As you can expect, there was queues everywhere, like bathrooms and stuff. There's only so much you can do, but yeah, queuing for the bathroom was like a little extreme within itself. Some of the time. Really good though. Keynote was electric. I still think about, and I will put it now, this part of the trailer. It just, as a Reaper, it lives in my brain. I love it so much. The trailer was really good. The way they showed Bastion for the first time, I thought it was really cool. I think a lot of people were just expecting punch, weren't expecting the guns to rock out. So yeah, that was awesome. They had food on site as well, which was really cool. One of our friends who lives around Berlin was basically saying how each of the food vans was essentially like a major restaurant around Berlin, and they just managed, they basically turned up in a food truck, that kind of thing, and was serving out to us, which was amazing, actually. The food was really nice. We had some really cool stuff. I actually didn't take any pictures of it. Is what it is. I'm just going to scatter videos throughout this as I kind of talk, so you kind of just see, your guys will just see random pictures and random photos. The places within themselves, like the decorations, this Crystarium. We didn't get into the Golden City bit. There was such a long queue, I couldn't be bothered. Solution 9's was really awesome. I had a flashback. I had like a PTSD moment of, so I had not heard it for like M5S for a while, the song, and I'm just walking out, and at the back there was a dancing green section, like a dance floor. And so we were there, and it's like, oh yeah, grooving. And then we went and stood in the queue for something. When you're in the queue for like 45 minutes, an hour, a little bit more, we was getting a picture with the bike picture here. It felt like I was back in week 1 Prague. It was just over and over and over. And then we went back up and down there a few times, got a tattoo, post pictures of those, which actually were really good. I am half tempted to get an actual tattoo of those tattoos. They looked really, really good. Mine faded pretty quickly, like, so I had one on my hand here, and then I just got one here. Expected to come off, but I know people who's like, are just fading. I saw a couple of things on Twitter, like, oh no, the yarn's coming off, and I was like, oh, mine came off like the day after. Like, I had a shower and just washed, and then you just went, yeah, see you later. So I was like, oh, okay. But it is what it is. They were cool though. I thought they were really, really neat looking. I didn't bother last time. They were like Jobstones and stuff last time, but they're like Solution 9, basically like Yarn and the cat and stuff like that. But I'll put the picture, because I got a picture of like all of them. But they were really cool. The dev panels, awesome. The reason why I'm not going into too much detail about the keynote is I am going to do separate videos on each little bit that I want to cover. We'll keep this most about just the general things of FanFest and whatnot. The crafting activities, now they were good, but I think they were heavily underestimated about how long it takes to craft these things. So even when we went to do it, the keyring, we were basically asked to keep it as close to, I think it was 12 minutes as possible, because like each section that you get lotteried was about 15 minutes. However, I know like a friend of mine that got into a few of the other ones. So like there was ears, a fan, like bookmark, and then the keyring. Now the keyring I managed to do quite quickly, but I think even doing that I still took 15 minutes, which I know it's like 3 minutes over. But the ears and stuff were, again, allocated 15 minutes, and they were taking anywhere up to half an hour. And that was by going fast. So the queues really backed up, and I think on the first day at one point they were behind by about 45 minutes. So the queues were huge for those things. I think it was just it was expected, because I think it was just one of those things where it's something new, we'll give them 15 minutes, and then I guess it wasn't trial run quick enough. Maybe, I don't know. Whatever reasons they had it is, but I think it was just queue-wise and whatnot, it's just heavily underestimated how long it actually takes to craft these things. It's really cool though. Really wish I got to do the ears. Ah well, because I'd literally wear them for stream, which would be funny, I think. Because they looked quite good. I know a bunch of my friends have got some. And they looked decent. So yeah, I kind of wish I got to do that one. I was lucky enough to get to do the keyring, so I am happy. What else? Merchandise is the other one that I want to talk about. Obviously, there's only so much you can bring and whatnot. However, I think if you're going to have so many, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Technical words. Essentially, like, unique to FanFest. If you're going to have stuff that is like, it's only appearing while you're at the venue, be ready for the demand of that to be ridiculous. You can't obviously bring one for each person, but a lot of the stuff that you couldn't pre-order went now instantly because people turned up obviously like, oh, cool. So if you got an early slot for merch, you got obviously the only available items. Which was a bit sad because I put in for merchandise for basically every slot possible because I really wanted some merchandise there, and I thought they'd potentially do that, so I kind of tried to plan ahead, and they did do that. But there was a lot that was just unique to there that went out, disappeared instantly, and it's just like, okay. I would have loved that, and I could have brought it with me or picked it up here if you just let me pre-order it beforehand, which would have been cool. I know you don't get the surprise of, oh hey, look what we brought purely just to put a bell in. But it would have been cool to have that as an option as well, or at least add them to the store now. But it is what it is. It's just my little thing. And I'm saying all this on here, but I also, when we were there was a QR code for basically feedback, and I have filled in that feedback to my best of my ability, basically with all the props, because that's like props to all the staff there and everybody there, like everyone, like it ran like clockwork. It was really good, and even bits that kind of like, oh, it's a bit put the wrong video there or skipped ahead and think, it was still funny. It was made light work, and obviously everyone does very hard, whatnot. All of the staff were amazing with all of the activities. Everything was explained perfectly. There was no violence as far as well, unless it was somewhere where I was not. Everything was calm. There was nothing craziness about that. So it was all in all really good. I hope other people filled in that feedback form as well, and in a meaningful way, rather than in a horrible way. Being constructive, don't be horrible. Is hopefully what people did. The concerts obviously are going to be amazing. Both days, absolute phenomenal, so good. Hearing all the Arcadian songs, loved that. Loved it so much. And to end on a long fall, the ending was a little bit weird. Seemed very anticlimactic or abrupt, but it was cool. Then everyone had the same idea to avoid the crowds and disappeared. Only we made a crowd because we were trying to avoid the crowd, which was funnier within itself. But all in all, really, really, really good. I would happily do this again. It was more than worth the money. I got to see friends that I've known for years and haven't yet met. I got to meet up with friends that I've met up with multiple times. It's always so good. And we flew out on, like most people probably flew out on the Friday, and we used the Friday to explore. We went to the zoo, which was really fun. That was cool. I'll insert bonus panda video. Managed to get a panda. Nice little video of a panda. It kind of lost its balance a little bit and fell, so enjoy internet. It's really cool. It was really funny actually. But yeah, it's just a good experience. Everyone's like they were in person. Well, everyone's like they are. Like, you know what I mean? Like everyone's just the same. No one's a different personality. And it was really nice from a different point of view. It was my cousin has played the game for a while. Managed to get him into it years ago. And I managed to convince him to try and get into FanFest. And then he got a ticket and he came. To get him to experience it for the first time and to see just him react, because this would be my third one, and I'm not taking them for granted because they're all different, they're all amazing. But to witness his first time, I don't know, it was something special. It was really cool, and hopefully next time 2 more of our friends can get on there, and it'll be really, really cool. And that's the goal. Because I don't plan on going anywhere from 14, because Evercold looks too damn good. So expect more of my face and more of me. I've gone on for about 20 minutes, so if you've managed to get through all this and you've been interested, thank you so much for watching. And me and Alize, will catch you probably on stream sometime and in another video. So take care and peace!